Stop. If you're over 60, do not take another step until you watch this. Margaret thought she was being careful. She always looked down at her feet, moved slowly, and kept her arms still for safety. Then one afternoon, hospital, broken hip, 6 weeks recovery, all because of one habit she thought was protecting her. In the next 7 minutes, I'm exposing 6 walking mistakes that send 36,000 seniors to the emergency room every single day. More importantly, I'm sharing the 5-second fixes that could save your independence forever. But first, you need to know if you're at risk. So pause this video right now and try this 10-second test. Stand up and walk 10 steps while looking at your phone. Go ahead, I'll wait. Did you feel unsteady, even slightly? Comment yes or no right now, because what you just felt is your body sending you a warning. And if you felt even the tiniest bit off balance, you absolutely need what's coming next. Let me tell you about Margaret. She was 72 years old, active and completely independent. She had walked to her mailbox the exact same way for 15 years and never had a single problem. But Margaret was making a mistake that 8 out of 10 seniors make every single day. She thought looking down at her feet was the safest approach possible. She was dead wrong. That Tuesday afternoon, Margaret stepped onto her front porch with her eyes down, like always. But there was a small ridge in the concrete that she couldn't see coming. Her weight shifted forward. And the result? A broken hip, 6 weeks in rehabilitation, and months of lost confidence. Here's the heartbreaking truth. This was 100% preventable. And Margaret's not alone in this struggle. Someone watching this video right now will fall this week, but it doesn't have to be you. I'm about to share 6 walking techniques that physical therapists charge $200 an hour to teach. Over 47,000 seniors have already used these exact methods to completely transform their stability in just 7 days. Harvard researchers recently confirmed what I've known for years. Small changes in how you walk can cut your fall risk by an incredible 73%. But here's the reality we need to face. Every single unstable step you take right now is like gambling with your independence. So if you're serious about staying upright and maintaining your freedom, hit that like button right now. It tells YouTube that this information saves lives, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll walk in a completely different way. Let's start with the exact mistake that nearly destroyed Margaret's life. Raise your hand if you look down at your feet when you're walking. I can't see you through the screen, but I know that most hands just went up. It feels safer, doesn't it? Wrong. This habit is an absolute death trap. When you tilt your head downward, 3 dangerous things happen to your body instantly. First, your center of gravity shifts forward, throwing off your entire balance. Second, your neck muscles tighten up like a vice grip. And third, your shoulders round forward into a hunched position. Suddenly, you're not really walking anymore. You're stumbling forward in slow motion, just waiting for disaster to strike. But here's what makes this even more dangerous. With your eyes glued to the ground directly beneath you, you're completely blind to what's coming up ahead. That approaching curb, that crack in the sidewalk, that wet spot on the pavement, they're all invisible to you until it's far too late to react. Just ask David, who's 78 years old. He told me, I thought I was being so careful by watching my feet, but I was actually setting myself up to fall. The fix for this is something I call the forward gaze rule, and it works in just 5 seconds. Simply lift your eyes up and focus about 10 to 12 feet ahead of where you're walking. Let your peripheral vision naturally handle whatever's right underneath your feet. Try this right now if you're standing up. Do you feel that immediate difference? Your spine straightens naturally, the tension in your neck completely relaxes, and your shoulders drop back into their proper position. Margaret started doing this simple technique after her frightening fall. Within just 1 week, she felt steadier on her feet than she had been in years. But looking ahead properly isn't nearly enough if you're making mistake number 2. Okay, so now you're looking ahead instead of down. That's good progress. But where exactly ahead should you be looking? Because this next trap catches even the most careful seniors completely off guard, let me introduce you to John. He's 80 years old and has always been an extremely cautious walker, but he still ended up flat on the pavement, confused and hurt. John thought he was doing everything perfectly right. His head was up, his eyes were looking forward, just like he'd been told. but he was staring at a spot just 3 feet in front of his body. That hairline crack in the sidewalk, it was completely invisible to him until his toe caught it and sent him tumbling. Here's what John didn't understand and what most people never learn. You need to scan 15 to 20 feet ahead of where you're walking. Not 3 feet, not 5 feet, but a full 20 feet ahead. Watch the difference this makes. When you focus too close, you have almost no time to react to obstacles. But when you scan far ahead, you give yourself precious seconds to see what's coming and adjust your path accordingly. Now, if you wear bifocals, listen to this very carefully. Those lens distortions that happen when you're looking at stairs or curbs, they're actually lying to your brain about depth and distance. Here's a professional tip that therapists use with their patients. Quietly name the surface you're stepping onto out loud. Say, tile, when you step on tile. Say, step up when you approach a stair. Say, grass when you move onto the lawn. It might sound a little odd at first, but this simple technique keeps your brain actively engaged and your body prepared for each surface change. So remember this, keep your eyes up, scan 20 feet ahead, and name your surfaces as you go. Your confidence will absolutely soar. But even perfect vision won't save you if your feet are betraying your balance. Let me ask you a quick question. How many of these mistakes have you been making without even realizing it? Comment the number below. Write 1, 2, or just write all of them. I actually read every single comment that comes in. And if this information is already helping you feel more confident, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Next week, I'm revealing the #1 home hazard that's sending 300,000 seniors to emergency rooms every single year. Now, let's talk about what your feet might be doing wrong. I want you to stand up right now if you're able to. Take 3 normal steps and pay very close attention to exactly how your foot makes contact with the ground. Are you landing completely flat-footed with your whole foot hitting at once? Or maybe you're touching down on your toes first. If you answered yes to either of those, then you're making the exact same mistake that plagued Clara for years. Clara is 69 years old, and she couldn't understand why she felt constantly shaky and unsteady during every single walk. Then one day, a physical therapist watched her walk for just 30 seconds and said, "Clara, there's your problem right there. When you land flat-footed, your entire foot slams into the ground all at once. That harsh impact sends shockwaves shooting up through your knees, your hips, and your spine with every single step you take. It's like walking on concrete without any cushioning whatsoever. And if you're landing on your toes first, well, you're practically begging for your toes to catch on something and send you stumbling forward. Both of these patterns completely break up your body's natural walking rhythm and steal away your stability before you even realize what's happening. Here's the exact sequence that completely changed Clara's life, and it's called heel strike, arch roll, toe push. Your heel makes gentle contact with the ground first. Then your weight smoothly transfers through the arch of your foot. Finally, your toes push off powerfully to propel you forward into your next step. This isn't just walking. This is engineering your stride for maximum stability and safety. Clara practiced this technique for exactly 1 week. Just 1 week. And now she confidently navigates her challenging garden path without a single worry or moment of fear. But even if you have perfect foot placement, it means absolutely nothing if your arms are working against you. Let me tell you about Henry. He's 75 years old and he felt unsteady during every single walk he took. He couldn't figure out why this was happening to him. Then one day, his friend made a simple observation that changed everything. His friend said just 5 words, "Dude, you need to move your arms." Henry had been walking like a robot with his arms completely glued to his sides. And if you're doing this too, you're actually sabotaging your own balance without even knowing it. Your arms act as natural counterweights for your body. When your right leg steps forward, your left arm should swing forward naturally. When your left leg moves ahead, your right arm follows. This isn't just a suggestion. This is basic physics at work. Without proper arm swing, your core muscles stiffen up, your torso loses its ability to make quick adjustments, and you essentially become a walking statue that's ready to topple over at any moment. Henry decided to try natural arm swing for just 3 days. After those 3 days, His exact words were, "I feel like I finally found my balance again." The fix is embarrassingly simple. Just let your arms swing naturally as you walk. Right leg forward, left arm swings forward. Left leg forward, right arm follows along. Keep your elbows relaxed and your hands open. That's literally all there is to it. But there's something even more surprising that could be sabotaging your stability, and most people never see it coming. This next one is going to absolutely shock you. Are you ready? Walking too slowly can actually increase your risk of falling. I know. It sounds completely crazy, doesn't it? But hear me out on this. Meet Edith. She's 77 years old, and she slowed way down after having a close call with falling. She thought that slower automatically meant safer. She was wrong. Her shuffling, hesitant steps actually made her less stable than before. Here's why. When you walk too slowly, you lose the natural momentum that your body needs to stay balanced. Your muscles don't engage properly, and you start second-guessing every single step you take. It's exactly like trying to ride a bicycle in slow motion. Without enough forward momentum, you start wobbling all over the place. Plus, when you're dragging your feet along the ground, you dramatically increase your chances of catching your toe on tiny imperfections in the surface. The sweet spot that you're looking for is a moderate, consistent pace. Not fast, not slow, but confident and steady. Edith found her perfect rhythm, and now she crosses her entire yard without that constant fear of tripping that used to plague her every step. But here's the secret that ties absolutely everything together, and it's so simple you might not believe it at first. Thomas struggled with unsteady walking for months until someone asked him one simple question. "Thomas, how's your breathing when you walk?" It turns out that whenever Thomas got nervous about his footing, he would hold his breath completely. Does this sound familiar to you? When you hold your breath or take quick, shallow gasps, you're starving your muscles of the oxygen they desperately need. Your core tightens up, your shoulders hunch forward, and your entire body becomes stiff and rigid. Instead of being a fluid, adaptable walker, you become like a rigid board that can't respond to changes in the ground beneath you. Here's the game-changing technique that gave Thomas his confidence back. It's called the 3-second rule. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 3. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth for another count of 3. Keep walking steadily and keep breathing rhythmically. This one simple change gave Thomas a sense of control that he hadn't felt in years. Try this technique right now. Breathe in slowly. 2, 3. Now breathe out. 2, 3. Do you feel how your entire body just relaxed? So there you have it. 6 potentially deadly mistakes that could cost you your independence. But more importantly, 6 simple fixes that could literally save your life. Let me give you your new walking toolkit one more time. Keep your eyes scanning 20 feet ahead of you. Use that heel arch toe pattern with every step. Let your arms swing naturally. Maintain a steady, confident pace, and breathe deeply and rhythmically. Now, here's your personal challenge, and I'm completely serious about this. Pick just one of these techniques. Practice it consistently for 7 full days. Then come back to this video and tell all of us which technique completely transformed the way you walk. I read every single comment that comes in, and your success story could be exactly the motivation that someone else needs to stay safe and avoid a dangerous fall. We're building an incredible community of confident walkers right here. Over 50,000 seniors have already joined us in this mission. Will you be the next one to join? If you want to dive even deeper into fall prevention, I've created a complete protocol that covers home safety, strength exercises, and advanced balance techniques. You can find the link in the description below, and it's completely free for the next 48 hours. Remember this truth: every confident step you take is a victory. Every safe walk is a triumph. You have far more control over your stability than you ever imagined possible. Now get out there and show the world exactly how a confident senior walks. You've absolutely got this. Subscribe for more life-changing senior health content, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay steady, and stay independent.